Hi guys, it's Jalisa Mariah here, and welcome back to my channel. So basically I'm back with my next weekly video after the topic we talked about last week. So this week we got something new. So I want you to go ahead, grab you a drink, some popcorn, whatever you want to grab, so we can get into the topic for this week. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Always like, comment, all that kind of stuff to get my videos in the algorithm if you want to see more videos like this. So basically, the topic that I'm going to talk about this week is about how sometimes I feel like the darkest times in our life lead us to like the most beautiful places. I say that because a lot of times we go through things, or I hear people say, like lately, like God been breaking my heart, or you know, we just go through dark things, and some people will say, dang, like I'm going through all this, where is God, kind of thing. But at the same time, it's like there was a lot of situations I went through and or are still going through where it's like I thought God was breaking me, but really he's building me. Or I thought he was like hurting me, but really the situation in its own way, although it's bad, is healing me. For me, I have a problem with worrying. I don't know about y'all, but I worry too much. I overthink, I worry. I think about everything. That doesn't matter, it does matter, whatever. I actually have this sticky note on the mirror in my bathroom that actually says, why worry? Many of the things we worry about never actually happen. And I mean, I know at least me, I can't say that that's not true. Like we spend our whole time worrying about like, oh, it's gonna work like this and like this and like that. And then that's not even what God had in mind. That never even happens. And then you done lost sleep, you done skipped meals, you done missed out on fun outings you could have went on with friends or whatever. All because you were worried about something that never actually happened. I mean, even, you know, in the Bible, it tells us worry about today. Well, obviously it tells us not to worry, but it tells us to focus on today. Focus today. Tomorrow has enough evil of its own already. It'll take care of itself. We're not even supposed to be thinking about tomorrow. I am trying more and more every single day to get into 24 hours at a time mindset. I struggle with that. I'm a planner. I want to plan stuff, how it's going to go, how it's going to be. Oh, when I get there, I'm aware and it's going to be like this. No, that's stressing me out. And I just feel like lately I've been going through some things where it's like I can't, like, it's like almost like God is forcing me to do just today. 24 hours at a time, just today. I feel like lately when I go through things in general or just whatever, sometimes like life can just feel so dark and like heavy, or like almost like walking down a dark wooded road and it's so foggy. Like the fog is so dense and it's like all you can see ahead of you is just your feet. You can't see anything. You don't know what's up ahead. You don't know if there's even a road up ahead. You just walking, because that's how dark life has gotten, and or how uncertain it has gotten. And I feel like it's in those times the most is when God wants us to hold on to his hand, like to cling to him, to just hold his hand. And even if you can't walk, I know for me, I always love the poem, Footprints in the Sand. If y'all never read it or heard about it, you should definitely look it up. It's a really great poem. But it's like where when you can't walk, when things got so hard, so bad that you could no longer walk, God carried you. And that's why there were only 2 footprints in the sand, because they were his. So I feel like even in times where that fog gets too dense or too heavy where you can't even walk, God will carry you. Like he'll carry you through. He's still gonna get you to where you need to go. But the kicker about it all is that you can't give up. Because if you give up, then the devil won. Like whatever plan he set in stone won. And I know a lot of times, I just remember that all things work for my good. And even if something's uncertain or the road right now seems dark, there's a rainbow somewhere. Like, it's somewhere up ahead. Like, God's promises are still coming into my life. Like, I'm still here. God still has a plan for me. God's still talking to me. He's still showing me things. He still loves me. He has, like, God knows the plans he has for me. Plans to prosper me, not to harm me. Like, those are all those things that I try to remember. And it is not my job to figure it out. God already has everything figured out. It's my job to trust him and to do what he asked me to do. I don't know if, if this helps you guys or whatever, but it helps me. And which is why I'm making this video. And I just want to say, if anybody else out there is going through a dark time or is uncertain, I know the holidays are here, and those are some of the most uncertain, weird, or hurtful times for people. Like, whatever, like, the situation is, don't give up. Like I said, if that road gets too dark or that fog gets too heavy, sit down. And God will carry you the rest of the way to wherever he wants you at or wherever you need to go. I just want everybody to know that, even myself, if you're going through a hard time, it's okay. We all do. And if you're not or haven't, you will. And things get better. As long as you keep going, keep believing, and just stay the course. Keep going on that road up ahead. And dark roads always lead to beautiful destinations. Whatever that is for you. Maybe your credit's bad and you're believing for a house. And right now you might have just lost your job, you behind on bills, and you don't see no way that could happen. It can still happen. It's not your job to figure out how. Like, he can break the rules for you. Or maybe you're sick and the one thing you wanted before the year ended was to be well. Like, it's not too late. Like I said, if the road gets too dark, sit down. He'll carry you there, but there's something beautiful up ahead. So I just say that to encourage myself and to encourage you guys to know that there is something good up ahead. Before the year ends, this year, before 2023 ends, there is something good up ahead. Whatever that means for you. And whatever that means for me. To myself, there is something good up ahead. All I gotta do is believe and just keep walking on that straight and narrow road. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how lonely it may seem, I have to keep on going. Because there are people depending on me and depending on you to keep on going. So, I love y'all, and I hope that gave you some kind of peace. I feel like I feel peaceful with that. So I hope it did the same for y'all. But I have this devotional that I love to read sometimes. So I'm going to share my devotional for today with you guys. And I don't even know what the topic is because this is my first time looking at this right now while I'm on camera. So, and it's so fitting. It goes so with what I was talking about, of course. Like, look at God. But look, it says, impossible mountains bow to grace. Though it seems some mountains have not moved and have faced you for a long time, don't stop speaking grace to them. Know that every mountain in your life must bow to grace. So shout grace unto the mountain before you, even now, said the Spirit of grace. Who art thou, O great mountain, before the Zerubbabel, that thou become a plain? And he shall bring forth the headstone thereof without shouting, crying, grace, grace unto it. When you feel nothing can move your mountain, you have to keep shouting grace. When it seems you can't overcome an obstacle, just shout grace. Grace is the way, and it makes impossible mountains move. Grace makes up for the failures in our lives. It makes up for the inabilities and shortcomings. When you speak grace, you are speaking ability to what you cannot accomplish on your own. We have heard it said many times, grace means I can't, therefore God must. Look at some of the mountains in your life today. Perhaps it's debt. Look at debt in the eye today and say, I can't fix debt by myself, but God's grace will move debt out of the way. Look at sickness and realize that though you may not be able to find healing by natural means, God extends healing grace. When circumstances are greater than what it seems you can emotionally bear, shout grace. While you may not have the answer right now for the tough things you are facing, shout grace. For impossible mountains are moving this day, and they are bowing down to grace. Dear God, I thank you that mountains move at the sound of grace. Impossible situations cannot stand up to the power of God's favor, and power of God's favor undeserved. I shout this day grace to all my circumstances, and grace shall see me through. In Jesus' name. That was so fitting. So that's why I said, if you're going through something right now that looks impossible and that road looks so dark, the rainbow's coming. It's gotta come. So like I said, if you can't walk anymore on that road, don't veer off the road. Just sit down and he'll get you there. But don't quit. Just remember that the mountain has to move, and that beautiful and that dark roads are always leading you somewhere beautiful. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. It's Jalisa Mariah, and yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for my next video. And we're doing Vlogmas, so everybody gear up, get ready for Vlogmas. Bye guys.